Yeah, let me tell you about my thoughts about it. so, so I truly believe it is because the US market is too risky right now for a Chinese hardware company. And let me tell you why I think so. So, as you know, the last US government, they kind of banned some Chinese companies from competing in the US. So it's called the entity list. So Trump has put some Chinese hardware companies on that list that he believed are dangerous to the US. And one of these companies is Huawei, you know, the company that manufactures phones and that truly is very closely connected to the Chinese Communist Party. And I truly don't want to get into politics here, not at all. But this is just a fact, right? So he put them onto that list and some other companies too. And these companies are basically banned. They are not allowed, or American companies are not allowed to do business with these companies. So that's why Huawei is not allowed to work together with Google to put the Google Play Store onto this headset, right? Or onto their phones, which basically destroys their business. It is tough. The company nearly went down, and they're still having a hard time to sell phones. They still sell phones here in Europe, but nobody wants them because you cannot play your apps, right? So it is huge. It is like a huge thing for example, Huawei, that they were banned, obviously. Even though it was just America, but it made a difference for them worldwide. Then ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok and then owns Pico, was also a target from the last government. And also Trump, he signed an executive order to ban TikTok. And they were not banned because, well, TikTok agreed to have their service now in the US completely. And then the current government, they got rid of this executive order, right? But it was very close to getting banned. So in my opinion, ByteDance is still very much spooked by this because the US market being banned and being put onto this entity list, the list of companies that are deemed dangerous to the US, that is super dangerous because they cannot do any business anymore with Google, and the Pico 4 is based on Android, right? They cannot make any more business with, they could not make any more business with Qualcomm, which is the owner of the XR2, and basically they going into XR would be destroyed. So it is a super big risk for a Chinese company to go into the US American market. So even though now there's another government in the US, still this entity list is still now still working. Huawei is still being on that list, and they still cannot make business with Google and with Qualcomm, right? And being nearly banned from the US market, TikTok, right? So I'm quite sure they are spooked right now, and they simply cannot take the risk to aggressively take the US market or try to take the US market, since companies like Meta are so powerful, and they also have their connections with the government, obviously, right? So I totally can understand it. With this background, I totally can understand it that they're not going to the US market first, but first trying the EU, Asia, and then probably once their business is like super stable, just then go to the US.